Hi, I'm Scott Swenson. We're at Lynn's Propane Trucks. We've got another stock truck here for you today. It's a 2025 Peterbilt, 325 horsepower, Allison transmission, 34.99 gallon tank, stainless deck, stainless fenders, stainless meter box. As you can see up front, we've got the chrome bumper, stainless steel exterior sun visor, aluminum air horns with snow shields, bright finish, heated power window mirrors. You see we've got a couple of strobe lights right here in the front, two in the back, one on each side of the truck. Let's jump in the cab and take a look at a few of the options in there. Starting to the left of the steering column, we've got the factory buttons for the strobe lights and the work lights, which strobes are located front, back, and sides of the truck. Work lights on the rear of the tank and on the lower rear corners of the cab. Coming across here, we've got rear differential lock, concert class radio, USB, MP3 plug, all that good stuff. Push button selector for the Allison transmission. This truck has a 4-function remote. This has got hose reel power out, really nice as you get a little bit older, walking through snow, nice option. PTO and throttle, go out to the tank, hook up to the tank, turn the PTO on, kick the throttle up. When you're done, kick the throttle down, shut the PTO off. Less pump run time, which is nice. 1, 2, your guys carry it with them because they use it. It doesn't live on the dash. When you get pulled over, they're not using it, the battery's dead, you get a ticket for that. So this is really nice. It's good for the drivers, makes their life a lot easier. Up in the corner here, you'll see we've got a 7-inch monitor for our backup camera, which is located on the rear head of the tank. Tied in with the reverse circuit, so as soon as you hit reverse, that'll come on. Really nice feature. Completely eliminates the blind spot directly behind the truck. Really nice safety feature. Down here, we've got our custom-made printer stand, custom made to every single truck. As you can see, it's rock solid. It's not going to be rattling as you're driving down the road. Got a nice little ticket holder here to help keep your guys organized. You know, a lot of times we see trucks come in for service. They've got, you know, a cardboard box on the floor, or, you know, tickets all over the dash. That's just really nice. Helps them stay organized. Let's head to the side of the truck and take a look at some of the features there. As you can see from the side view here, we've got the aluminum wheels, bright finish mirrors, which are also heated and remote. You can control them right from the driver's side door here. Really nice if you kind of knock one of those out of position. You don't need to slide across the cab to adjust it. We've got aluminum steps, aluminum battery box cover, aluminum fuel tank. Moving back here, we've got our spring-loaded chalk block holder. Rubber in the back, rubber in the front, so they're not rattling as you're driving down the road. Spring loaded, so they're nice and easy to use and secure the load. We've got stainless fender brackets. Behind this back wheel, we've got a little stainless spacer. So we'll set that mud flat back a little bit so that you can't trap it between the tire and the snowbank and tear it off. Let's just move around to the back of the truck and take a look at some of the features on the rear deck. The back of the truck here, starting up top, you'll see that we've got our stadium lighting here. We got the 2 work lights. We'll show you the other 2 on the lower rear corners of the cab when we get to the other side. But we've got our backup camera there, strobe light, 3rd brake light. Right below that, you'll see our recessed float gauge. A lot of times you see they've got that little eyebrow there over them as protection almost. All the time you'll see the rust just dripping down that. So this is nice. It's recessed, protected. Not going to get rust streaks running down the tank. Down to the main deck. I mean, this is the bread and butter of everything. With the lower deck, the lowered angled fills. Most of the time with the trucks, you know, the builders, they've got prefabricated decks. They'll just take them and bolt them on top of the chassis frame rails. So when you do that, everything's up higher. You're working up above your center of gravity. Your hose reel's higher, your meter, your fills, everything's higher. So with this, everything's down. It's nice, right in the center of gravity, makes everything nice and easy. The fills as well, they're lowered and angled. That 2-inch fill line in the winter, when it's cold, it is not flexible at all. It's just nice and easy. Under your arm, and it comes right up at the right angle. Threads on that 3 1/4 Acme, nice and simple. So many times I see these fills so much higher. Guys struggling, they've got it over their shoulder, trying to line it up so they get that Acme to thread on. It's just miserable, especially in the winter months. But this is nice and simple here. Got an oversized meter box here. Inside we've got a little tray for you to hold any fittings, gloves, anything you want to keep back here. The side here, we've got a little spray bottle holder. And this also houses our hose end nozzle. It's nice and easy in, easy out, keeps it clean and dry, snow and ice free in the winter. We've got an LC meter, IQ register. Nice and simple to use these. It's really a nice product. It's been out several years, but they made a lot of improvements to it, to things that are better than the LCR2, where they saw little problems there, they fixed them on this. It's a really great product. Moving across on the fill, we do have our disc here with a sensor behind it for pull-away protection. Probably the most common accident we hear about. The guys are sitting at the rack for whatever it is, 35, 45 minutes, they get distracted. Pulling away is one of the biggest accidents we see. So this is tied into the Allison transmission, range inhibit function. So unless this cap goes back on, you can't put it in gear and drive away. It's a really, really nice safety feature. Also have the blow-off tube here. So you can blow that down nice and easily after you finish filling. Normally it might be a little bleeder there, it takes some time, or you might crack the Acme to bleed it down. This is nice and safe and quick. Blows it out up at the top of the tank. Moving over to the reel. We've got a Hannay hose reel, polished aluminum with a guide master. The guide master obviously is really nice. If you don't have that, you're reeling it in, guiding it onto the drum by hand. It's a lot easier on the back using this here. This reel is spec'd for 250 feet of 1-inch hose. Comes standard with 150 feet of 1-inch low temp hose. We do that so you can roll it up any way you want. Those winter months, your guys may be making 50, 60 deliveries a day. They're hustling out there. They're not winding this up perfectly. They're just throwing it on. So with the extra room, you don't have to worry about it going over the edge of the drum, getting caught between the drum and the frame, nicking your hose up. It just makes things a lot easier for your guys. Let's head to the side of the truck here and take a look at a couple more options. Again, we've got the lowered stainless deck, stainless mud flap spacer, stainless fenders, stainless fender brackets. Moving up here, we've got the stainless cover on the DEF tank. In between the frame rails there, you'll see our heat exchanger. It's just basically an exchanger. It's like a radiator. So as soon as you turn the pump on, it'll start pushing propane through that and up into the head of the tank. It's also connected to the coolant of the truck. So the coolant will heat the propane, vaporize it, put it up into the head, and that replaces the pressure you're taking off when you're making a delivery. So as you're taking pressure off, the propane in the tank starts to boil to make that pressure up. The bubbles go into the pump, you get cavitation, gallons per minute go down, it gets a lot louder. So this is really nice. You could, normally you would start, if you you would make an 800-gallon delivery in a 1,000-gallon underground. You could start out at 68, 70 gallons a minute. By the time you finish, it could be down in the 30s. With this, it's replacing the pressure in the tank, so there's no bubbles in the pump. It stays efficient. Start at 68, 70 gallons a minute, finish at 66, 68 gallons a minute. Really helps free your efficiency on those larger drops. Again, you can see we've got the work lights we have been talking about. Lower corners of the cab here, they work in conjunction with the two on the rear head of the tank. It's really nice safety feature. You're out at night in snow and ice or whatever it is, you can see all around your work area at the truck. Really nice feature. We've also got the strobe. You can see the side strobe here. We had the two in the front, one in the back, one on each side. Make sure trucks stand out no matter what direction traffic's coming from. We've got the vertical exhaust, stainless cover on the exhaust. We've got the aluminum steps over here. This truck is just chrome, polished aluminum, stainless steel, front to back. It's a beautiful truck, ready to start making deliveries in your fleet. If you have any questions, give us a call, 800-252-5467, or visit us at the website, linspropanetrucks.com. That's linspropanetrucks.com. We'll talk to you soon.